just please lower yourself in over the side of jumping. Make sure you're not jumping on top of anybody, but it is open for the duration. And you're free to use it.
Just to let everybody know, it's 9:31 and we are now live streaming on the World Wide Web. And good morning to everybody that may be watching, listening, from myself, Mark Astles, and from Phil Lever. We'll shortly be getting underway with our competition starting around about 9:45 this morning. Before that, we've got announcements for today's competitions. And let's hope that we have as good a day today as we did yesterday.
Can we just remind everybody, as we are live streaming, we do have 3 cameras at the on the walkway above the pool. One at the diving blocks end, one in the middle, and one at the far end. Please refrain from either standing up in front of them or moving across them. Not only does it block people's view when they are viewing it on the World Wide Web, it may be quite embarrassing. So please, if you can help us with that, that would be much appreciated. So just stay away from the cameras if you can, please.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Manchester Aquatics Centre here on day 2 of the Northwest Regional Championships. These championships can only take place with the freely given time and efforts of our volunteers, and the organisers would like to thank them and their hard work before, during and after the swimming, ensuring that the events are as trouble-free as possible. Thanks also is given to the management and staff of the Aquatics Centre here in Manchester for their cooperation and support. The Aquatics Centre is a no-smoking venue, and we are asked to assist to protect the environment by placing litter in the bins provided. For your safety and comfort, you're advised not to leave any property unattended, as the centre staff will collect anything left unattended. Our events for this morning's session. Session 3 is Event 201, the Women's 14-16 years 800 metres freestyle team event. Event 202, Women's 17 years and over 800 metres free team event. 203, Boys 15 years and over 1500 metres freestyle. 204 is the girls 15 years and over 200 metres freestyle. 205 is the boys 15 years and over 100 metres backstroke. 206 girls 15 years and over 50 metres butterfly. 207 is the boys 15 years and over 50 metres freestyle. 208 girls 15 years and over 50 metres breaststroke. Followed by the 209, the boys 15 years and over 50 metres breaststroke. 210 is the girls 15 years and over 100 metres backstroke. And we close with event 211, the boys 15 years and over 400 metres individual medley. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of fair play, we ask you to switch off or set to silent mode all mobile phones and pages. If one should actually accidentally activate at the start, it may jeopardise an athlete's position. We also ask for silence and no flash photography once the swimmers are signalled to the blocks. Thank you. Please welcome onto pool deck our team of swimming technical officials. And give our technical officials a round of applause, please. A bit more of an applause would be nice. Our referees for this session is Jackie Beard-Jones and Sandra Smith. And our starter for today is Mark Waring. Officials, would you like to take your seats? Our first event is Event 201, which is the women's 14 to 16 years, 800 metres freestyle team event.
Okay, we're underway with our first event of the morning. Going in for Stockport Metro in lane 1, Kira Henley. In lane 2 for Trafford Metro, Megan Hughes. In lane 3 for Pioneer 79, Elodie Smallwood. In lane 4 for the City of Chester, Georgia Williams. And in lane 5 for the Isle of Man, Emma Hodgson. And in lane 6 for Pioneer 79B, Ellie Perris. And in lane 7 for Wirral Metro, Caitlin Brannan. And we're off to solid start. Stockport Metro, Pioneer, the Isle of Man, and Wirral Metro sort of in the line across the pool. Solid starts from these girls who would come down to the 100-metre mark. This Stockport Metro taking a slight lead over Pioneer A. Closely followed by the Isle of Man and Wirral Metro. Almost diagonally across the pool. Almost looks like two separate races. But it's Stockport Metro starting to stroke out with Kira Henley. Elodie Smallwood from Pioneer tracking her down this third length. Stockport Metro followed by Pioneer and then the Isle of Man. These three teams starting to pull away from the rest. And is Elodie Smallwood from Pioneer making a strong finish down this last 50, trying to catch Kira Henley from Stockport Metro. And as they come into the change, Kira Henley's going to hand over to Emma Rawson, and Elodie Smallwood will hand over to Isabel Cockram. And the Isle of Man swimmer in second is Cara Bragazzi. And Wirral is Amy Compton. And it's Pioneer and Stockport Metro leading the way down this fifth length. Looks like this is going to be a battle all the way with Stockport and Pioneer. Isle of Man trying to stay in touch with this race. But it is Emma Rawson from Stockport Metro coming down this sixth length of the 800 freestyle team. She's probably pulled out about 3 or 4 metres over Pioneer 79's Isabel Cockram. And she's going to turn in just over the 3 minutes 10 mark. Indeed, 3 minutes 14. Pioneer turn 3:17. So just about 3 seconds gap. The Isle of Man turning in third. Further 7 seconds behind. But is Stockport starting to stretch that lead now. And Wirral are starting to catch the Isle of Man in third place. So a good strong swim from Amy Compton. But is Stockport carrying on to stretch that lead above Pioneer? It's a good 10-metre lead now over the rest of the field. As Emma Rawson comes down, she's going to hand over to Megan Sheard, and Isabel Cochran from Pioneer is going to hand over to Leah Williams. So it is the Stockport team coming in with a strong finish there from Emma Rawson, and she hands over now to Megan Sheard, probably giving her about a 10 or 11 metre lead. And Isabel Cochran hands over to Leah Williams. And the Isle of Man have just hung on to that third place. And Cara Bragazzi is going to hand over to Anna Marcatoni. And Amy Compton from Wirral Metro hands over to Georgia Heitner. So the rest of the team's a lot to do now if they're going to catch Stockport Metro, as they're really stretching that lead. It's out to over 15 metres now. Pioneer probably have about 12-metre lead over the Isle of Man, who is starting to be caught by Wirral Metro again. So Georgia Heitner's really starting to catch the Isle of Man coming down this first 100 of her leg. But it is Stockport Metro turning in 5:25 at 500 metres, stretching that lead out to over 20 metres. The Isle of Man coming into turn in third place, and Wirral are slightly closing that gap, probably down to 2 or 3 metres now, maybe even a little bit closer. But it continues to be Stockport Metro that's stretching that lead to well over the 20-metre mark. Pioneer holding their lead over the Isle of Man and Wirral Metro. Pioneer B, City of Chester and Trafford Metro starting to catch the girls in third and fourth place. And as Megan Shear comes in, she's going to hand over to Alicia Hawkins for the final leg. And the lead stretched to about 25 metres now. And they're handing over in a time of 6 minutes 33. And as Leah William comes in, she's going to hand over to Charlotte Dunn for the final leg for Pioneer, but giving her an awful lot to do. Lead's probably stretching out to nearer 30 metres now. But they are holding their own next to the Isle of Man and Wirral Metro. Isle of Man's final swimmer in is Kezia Whitaker. Needs a strong swim from Kezia. And the final swimmer in for Wirral Metro, Tori Sopp. Pioneer B going in is Neve Howarth. City of Chester's Holly Parkinson. And finally in Rachel Edmondson from Trafford Metro. Tori Sopp really hunting down the Isle of Man there in for third place. But it is Stockport Metro. Lead getting ever more commanding, stretching out to over 30 metres. Coming in for the final 100. As Alicia turns. Strong swimming from this Stockport Metro team. 4 good solid swims. Wirral Metro starting to catch the Isle of Man and maybe closing that gap on Pioneer as well. It is Tori Sopp just probably taking third place. Indeed she does for Wirral Metro. So she's overtaken the Isle of Man. She's now got the Pioneer swimmer in her sights. Just over 75 metres to go. She's given herself a really good chance. But it's Stockport Metro turning down for this final 50. A real strong swim from this quartet. 25 metres to go and looking for a really strong time here. Final 10 metres for Stockport Metro. And they're going to close in on a time of just over 8 minutes 40. Yeah, closing time of 8 minutes 46.75. That's a real strong swim from that quartet. There is Wirral Metro starting to catch Pioneer in second place. Can Pioneer hang on? Or is Tori Sopp going to catch them for Wirral Metro? It does look like Pioneer are just going to hang on for that second place. And Charlotte Dunn coming in a time of 9 minutes 11, and Wirral Metro 9 minutes 14. And the Isle of Man just closing that fourth place, 9 minutes 19.88. And City of Chester in fifth place. Pioneer 79, B team in sixth. And Trafford Metro bringing this first heat to a close. Well done, ladies. And the results are confirmed on the board. That's the result from Heat 1. We'll move on to Heat 2. In lane 1, swimming for Bolton Metro, Alicia Hogan. Lane 2, swimming for Preston B, Olivia Arms. In lane 3, swimming for City of Manchester A, Rebecca Loft. Swimming for Southport A in lane 4, Emma Whittingham. In lane 5 for Preston A, Alyssa Gornall. And in lane 6 for Southport B, Jessica McDonough. And in lane 7 for Swim Trafford A, Hannah Head. And finally, in lane 8 for City of Manchester B, Megan Berry. Strong start from City of Manchester A and Southport A. Rebecca Loft really pushing it out, as she did in the 400 freestyle yesterday. Strong swim down this second length. A fast start from these two teams, and Southport B in third place, closely followed by Swim Trafford. But here's Rebecca Loft from City of Manchester, continuing to pour on the pace. Taking it away from Emma Whittingham, Southport A. Final turn of this first leg. It is City of Manchester A. Close on a second's lead. But Emma Whittingham is starting to pull back down this final length. Rebecca's going to hand over to Rebecca Dawson, and Emma Whittingham will hand over to Ella Johnson. And it is Emma Whittingham really making a strong push past Rebecca Loft as she comes down this final length of her leg. She's probably giving her... She's handing over with a 2 or 3 metre lead to Ella Johnson. And Rebecca Dawson now is going to have to chase her. So it is Southport and City of Manchester pulling away from the other teams. Southport B, Ellie Dewsbury taking a slender lead over Holly Rollinson from Swim Trafford. Is Southport A continuing to stretch that lead ever so slightly. And Southport B and Swim Trafford are starting to close the gap slightly. So some good swims from Holly Rollinson and Charlotte Hume. Ella Johnson's probably stretched that lead to close on 5 metres now. But Southport B and Swim Trafford are really starting to push hard to try and catch the City of Manchester. And Bolton Metro in lane 1 starting to make a big push. So it's 3. Southport A stretching that lead to probably 6 or 7 metres now. The City of Manchester starting to be caught by 3 teams closely following them behind. But it is Ella Johnson coming down this final length, and Ella will hand over to Abby Jones, giving her a healthy lead. And Rebecca Dawson from City of Manchester will hand over to Katie Cherry, as she's starting to be caught by Ellie Dewsbury from Southport B, who will hand over to Victoria Dawson. Southport B are now starting to eat into City of Manchester A's lead over them. But it is Southport A that continue to lead, stretching that lead probably to close on 10 metres now. Abby Jones really starting to push it. Victoria Dawson from Southport B starting to catch the City of Manchester swimmer, Katie Cherry. These first three teams are now starting to pull away from the rest of the field, but it is Southport A stretching that lead to 10-11 metres. As Abby Jones has another 100 metres to go, she really is stretching that lead out well over 10 metres. And it's Southport B starting to catch City of Manchester. Victoria Dawson making good inroads into that, the lead that the City of Manchester had over them. Preston's Elizabeth Woodcock is moving smartly into fourth place, going above Swim Trafford. She's hunting down the Southport B and City of Manchester swimmer, but it is Southport A continuing to stretch that lead. Abby Jones really pouring it on down this last 50. And she's going to hand a healthy lead over to Niamh Wilger. And a great swim from Victoria Dawson in Southport B. She's overtaken Katie Cherry, and she's going to give Josie Carroll a good chance of attempting to catch her Southport A team. Russia Mondell's going to take over from Katie Cherry, who's going to try and catch Southport B. And no, they're going together. So the race is on for second place, but it is Southport A continuing to power away from them. Southport B and City of Manchester A, really good fight now for second place. And in for Preston A, Emily Lawrence. Maybe there's enough time for Emily to catch Southport and City of Manchester swimmers. But it is Southport A stretching that lead out to probably just over 20 metres. Niamh Wilger pushing really hard for a good time. Josie Carroll's at the moment just managing to hold Russia Mondell off. But Niamh Wilger going into this last 100 with a good 20-metre lead. And it's City of Manchester and Southport A turning virtually together with 100 metres to go. There's a really strong race on for this second place. Preston swimming there probably 7 or 8 metres behind with a lot to do down this last 100. But Southport A continuing to pour the power on. Russia Mandel really pushing hard down this third 50. She's overtaken Southport B and really starting to make second place her own. But it is Niamh Wilger coming down this final length for Southport A. Fantastic swim by this Southport quartet. Russia Mondell has made City of Manchester's second place very safe and secure now. She's actually making inroads into the Southport A lead with a strong swim down this last 50. But it is Southport A coming in to take this race in a time of 8 minutes 50. Russia Mondell coming in for a second place. Southport B hanging on for third place. Emily Lawrence trying to catch her, but just running out of water. It is Southport B finishing in third place, closely followed by Preston A. Swim Trafford coming in for fifth place. And a big race on for sixth and seventh. But it is Bolton Metro just pipping City of Manchester B. And Preston B coming in 8th place. Results are now confirmed on the board, and that is the conclusion of event 201. The women's 14 to 16-year-old 800 free team. We're now moving on to event 202, the women's 17 and over 800 freestyle team. There is just one heat.
Just two teams in this event. Our City of Manchester A and Stockport Metro. For City of Manchester, we've got on our first leg Rihanna Bennett. And for Stockport Metro, we've got Holly Hibbert. Going down the first 50, we've got Holly Hibbert that's just taking that small lead. Coming into the turn. So now Holly's just stretching out this 2, maybe possibly 3 metre lead over Rihanna. City of Manchester's quartet chasing a time of 8:48 as their entry time. Third turn. Holly now stretching out her lead now to a good 5 metres. Holly coming in now just under the into the last 5 metres. Going to hand over to Katie Matz. And off she goes. Rihanna is going to hand over to Alana Hedges. Apparently it's not Alana Hedges, it's Rebecca Winsip. That is on the second leg. Apparently we had a late change in the team order. Coming down on the first 100, turn of the first 100, this second leg. Katie turning first in 3:05.92. First 100 was just over the minute mark, which is a very, very good swim. Lead now going out to a good 15-20 metres now. Coming down into the last 15. Katie's going to hand over to Stockport's third swimmer, Anna Newlands. Off she goes. Second 200 was at around about 2:08, and Rebecca handing over to Abigail Rylands. Anna's going to be looking to go round her personal best of 2:05.49. Lead now gone out to a full 25 metres. Coming down to this first 100 turn. Good turn by Abby. An awful lot to do. Leads now going out to 30 metres. Anna Newland's going to hand over to Emma Gage. Coming into the last 5 metres, and there she goes. And Emma is looking for a time of 2:07.57, which is her 200 free time. Anna doing her 200 metres in roughly 2:06. Abigail handing over to Isabel Michael. Emma turning in just over a minute there for that first 100 metres of this last leg. Trying to get under the 8:30 time. Abigail Meikle turning in 7:48.85. They're going to have to work very, very hard to try and beat their entry time of 8:48.00. Emma Gage coming into the last 25. See if she's going to beat this 8:30 mark. Everybody, give her a round of applause, please. Not easy swimming out there on your own. Fantastic time of 8:27.28. Very well done. Roughly about 2:06 for her 200 metres, which is probably around about a personal best for very, very, very good swim by Stockport Metro, and a very good swim by City of Manchester. Well, give her a round of applause, finishing in 8:56.99. And there we go, we have the result for the for this event. We now move on to event 203, which is the boys 15 years and over, 1,500 metres freestyle. There are 2 heats, and as always, we start with heat number 1.
First heat of this boys 1500 metres freestyle. In lane 3 for Stockport Metro, Harrison Brown. Entry time of 17 minutes 48.9. Lane 4, swimming for the City of Salford, Scott Proven. Entry time of just under 17 minutes, 16:57.30. And in lane 5, swimming for Wigan Best, Matthew Sylvester. Entry time of just over the 17 minutes, 17:07.1. So a tough event and some boys chasing some really strong times. This Scott and Matthew coming down this first 100, trying to set a good, smooth, strong pace. Got the results in for event 201, the women's 14 and 16-year-old 800 freestyle team. In third place, with a time of 9 minutes, 0.81 seconds, City of Manchester A. Second place with a time of 8 minutes 50.69, Southport A. And with a time of 8:46.75, just pipping Southport A, Stockport Metro. That's your result for the women's 14 to 16-year-old 800 freestyle team.
We've had a tweet from our friends with Stockport Metro saying good luck to everybody who's competing today from the Wolves of Stockport Metro over there on the far side of the pool. Give us a wave, Stockport Metro competitors. Oh, there's a bit more of a wave than that. Oh, even the coach is giving us a wave. No.
It is Scott Proven and Matthew Sylvester staying with each other and trying to set a healthy pace at 2 minutes 11 for the first 200. That's a strong first 200. Leaving Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro probably about 10-15 metres behind already. These two guys trying to push each other along. Scott with a slightly faster entry time, but I would imagine the fact that they're swimming together will help the both of them. This is a long, lonely race. It's tough if you're running it, never mind swimming it.
It's bad enough doing it in training.
In fact, it's bad enough for us older guys walking it. Where is Scott Proven from City of Salford at the 300 metre mark, taking a slight lead over Matthew Sylvester from Wigan Best. Turns at 3:18.99. It's giving him just over a second lead from Matthew.
Just to jump in there, we're on a tweet from Alan Pearce from Wrexham, wishing good luck to all our Wrexham swimming club. Oh, all swimmers. Oh, good luck to all swimmers competing today. Just to remind you that if you want to tweet us, we are at Man at the Pool, hashtag NWRChamp16, and also at Swim Northwest on our Twitter account. If you want to have anything read out, good luck to anybody, swimmers, coaches, team managers, parents, happy birthday requests, and any other shout outs, maybe the officials.
And we're just coming into the 400 metre mark, and Scott Proven, City of Salford, probably just stretched that lead over Matthew Sylvester to 3 or 4 metres now. But Matthew trying to keep going at that pace and hang on to Scott, help his time. And through the 400 mark, just under the 4:30. Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro turning in 4:46, so he's giving himself a lot to do, but he's trying to keep up a steady pace. It's all about yourself and the clock. Result from event 202, the women's 17 and over 800 freestyle team. Second place with a time of 8 minutes 56.99, City of Manchester A. And in first place with a time of 8 minutes 27.28, Stockport Metro. Scott Provan at the 500 metre mark, starting to stretch that lead and set his own pace. Turning in 5:35, Matthew Sylvester hanging on. He's probably 5 metres behind, but again, it's all about that time. It's you and the clock. Going down to the 600 metre mark. Scott Provan continues to stretch that lead ever so slightly over Matthew Sylvester from Wigan Best. Taking it out to 7 or 8 metres now, but he is setting a strong pace. Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro just turning in just over the 7 minute mark at 600 metres. There is Scott Provan from City of Salford continuing to stretch that lead out over Matthew Sylvester. Scott seems to have got into a nice rhythm now. Breathing every two. Kicking hard. Matthew trying to do exactly the same as they come up to the 700 metre mark, keeping it under that 8 minutes. Matthew Sylvester just around that 8 minute mark. Just another 800 metres to go, boys. And Scott's just coming up to the halfway mark at 750 metres, 15 lengths to go. And he turns in 8 minutes 28. That's just about if he maintains that on his entry time. Probably needs to just negative split just to get under his entry time, but he is swimming very hard. There is only 700 metres to go. Say it quickly. He stretched that lead out over Matthew to probably about 12 metres now. Matthew is continuing to swim strongly. Scott seems to be picking up the pace a little bit in the second half of this race. Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro continuing to keep a nice steady pace himself. Scott does appear to be picking that pace up. Seems to be getting into a good rhythm. Long arm strokes, kicking hard. Stretch that lead out to probably 15 metres now. Matthew Sylvester from Wigan Best trying to hang on. just past the 10-minute mark, and 900 metres gone. And Scott has stretched that lead to just over 15 metres now. He certainly is picking that pace up. Really pushing for that 17-minute mark and maybe sneaking a personal best. Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro still pushing hard, kicking hard. Coming down to the 1,000-metre mark. Just going turning about 11 minutes 20 seconds. 11:22. And Scott's holding 109s for each 100 metre he's swimming. And Matthew Sylvester probably at about 111. But he is managing to keep that gap at just around the 15-metre mark. 500 metres to go. Can he start to make any inroads into that lead? Scott does seem to have picked it up a little bit. He's sub 35 for that 50. So he's really trying to pour it on down this last 400. Yeah, he's just sneaked in a 109. Matthew just managing to contain that lead and just managing to hold on. Must be starting to hurt a little bit now, I would think. These boys really do push it to the limit on this event. So tough. I think we could give him a few shout outs. It may help down these final few lengths when it's really hurting. Come on, give him some encouragement. Scott Prover and City of Salford really trying to pick that pace up. Pushing hard. 300 metres to go. It's bang on that 1:10 mark for that 100 as well. It's really keeping a nice even pace. Matthew Sylvester turning probably 16, 17 metres behind.
We've got a tweet from Neil Hawkins, and it's to all our Stockport Metro girls doing the double again. Our 15 and 17 years and over 800 metres relay team getting gold in both events. Thank you, Neil.
Still Scott eking that lead out to probably over 20 metres now over Matthew Sylvester. He's almost catching Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro. And as he turns, 200 metres to go. Just under the 15-minute mark, 14:51. We're really going to have to push it down this last 200. But he is on it. He's kept a really nice long arm stroke and steady kick throughout this 1500. But maybe just needs to step it up a little bit if he's going to get under that 17-minute mark. Matthew Sylvester still pushing hard. Scott may start to use Harrison as a target man. May help him just push it that little bit harder coming down this penultimate 100. Scott Provan from City Salford just coming in to start his final 100 metres on this long, grueling event. A bell rings, turns in just over 16 minutes. Really has to fly down this last 100. This must hurt. Matthew Sylvester pushing hard as well as he hears the bell. Really just started to kick very hard is Matthew. Those arms and legs must be burning. Scott Provan, final turn at the bottom end. Pushes hard off the wall. Needs a sub 30 to get under that 17-minute mark. That will be tough. But he's kicking ever so hard, pumping those arms. 25 metres to go. Round of applause all the way down this final 20 metres, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tough, tough event. Using Harrison as a target man. 17 minutes has just passed, but it is a fantastic swim. Fantastic swim from Scott Provan, City of Salford. Takes this heat in 17 minutes and 9.95 seconds. Give Matthew a big round of applause as well as he comes in. Final 10 minutes. He's worked ever so hard. Just going to land in just over the 17.20, 17.25.17. Super effort from Matthew there. Let's cheer Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro all the way down this last 50. It's hard swimming out there on your own. His arms and legs must be burning as well. Cheer him off this bottom wall. Let's bring him home down this last 40, 50 metres. Come on, let's be hearing you. Deserves some big applause. Last 25 metres, Harrison. Pushing hard. It's Harrison against the clock. Just going to be outside his personal best, but a great swim nonetheless. Harrison Brown coming in from Stockport Metro. 18 minutes, 21.55. Well done, boys. Results are confirmed on the board. And we'll move on to heat number 2.
And down, coming down our first 100 metres. In lane 1, we've got Thomas Mackey from Birmingham Bobcats. Lane 2, Alexander Axford from City of Manchester. In lane 3, Jack Bonsall from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 4, Connor Bennett from Swim Trafford. Lane 5, Elliot Pickford from Wirral Metro. In lane 6, Thomas Roberts from Holton. And in lane 7, we've got Solomon Marr, also from Swim Trafford. very, very even down that first 100 metres. Coming into 150, still very, very even. Connor Bennett from Swim Trafford turning first. Looks as though he's going to turn first again. Turns first into coming down our 200 metres. Connor's chasing an entry time of 16:19.60, which is very, very quick. Maintaining a good tempo, 107 for that second 100. Let's hope that he can maintain that. And looks as though he's just losing his lead to Jack Bonsall from Blackpool Aquatics. Jack turning first in 2:41.59. But everybody very, very close together. Not until we get somewhere around about the halfway mark will we start to find out who can stay with it. Everybody very, very even in this heat. Thomas Mackey, entry time 16:52. Alexander Axford, 16:46. Connor's a very, very good term. 107 again for that third 100.
Just a quick announcement for all swimmers. We've been asked by the pool centre staff to remind swimmers not to run on poolside where it's wet, or not to run on poolside at all. Obviously that's an accident waiting to happen. And also, if they go back into the cafeteria area, can they make sure they dry themselves off? We don't want that area wetting, so no running on poolside, and dry yourself off before you leave the changing rooms. Thanks for your cooperation.
And coming down into our first 400 metre turn, Jack Bonsall has just edged out a body length, turning that 100 as a 106. Kicking hard, but he's not having it all his own way as Connor is starting to eat back into his lead. These two a little battle in between themselves, and it looks as though this battle is actually taking them slightly away from the rest of the field. There is a marked difference between the two of them. Jack Bonsall's entry time 16:41.76 against Connor's 16:19.60. So this battle will prove if Jack will actually get a really good PB. Another 107 by the pair of them. Coming down to 500 metres, and these two are starting to pull away. coming down to 600 metres. Jack still holding on to that half body lead. Coming into the turn. Turning first in 6:36.43. .107 again. Very even pace by these two. And like I say, it's having a really good effect on their swimming as against the rest of the field, this little private battle that they're having. Going through turn 13, there isn't much between them. There's less than a second between them. And not to forget everybody else that's in the pool. Turning third, Alexander Axford from the City of Manchester. And fourth, Thomas McKay from Burnley Bobcats. Fifth being Elliot Pickford from Wirral Metro. And in sixth place, Solomon Marr, who looks as though he might just turn into fourth place. Jack turning out a 107 again, short 107 this time. Looks like we've got lots of encouragement across the other side of the pool from our Blackpool Aquatics team. This pace is obviously starting to tell on Connor as Jack's starting to edge his lead out. He's going into a good body's length. 8:16.95 at the halfway mark. It will be a massive PB if we keep this pace up. Just stepped the pace up with a 105. Kicking strong. That's why he's just taking that 2 body length out of Connor. Connor turning again in 107. But let's see if we can keep this going. Coming down to 900 metres in sub 10 minutes, which is very, very quick. But Connor's not letting Jack have all his own way. Jack has gone back to a 107, and Connor's still maintained that place. Solomon Marr now up into fourth place, and Alex Axford still in third. And don't forget those tweets while we're watching this going on. If you want anything shouting out, especially to these swimmers, will be very obliging. Jack's just stepped it up slightly, going to 106 with now a 2-second lead over Connor. Turning in 11:04 11:60 as opposed to 11:06.82. Although looking at it coming down into this next 50, it looks as though Connor's starting to come back again. Coming down into our last 400-metre turn, and it's Jack Bonsall from Blackpool Aquatics that's going to turn first. Just eking out that body length lead again over Connor Bennett from Swim Trafford. He's still on the 107 pace, turning in 2:12.33 as opposed to 2:14.17. Very, very good, steady rhythm all the way through this event. Looks like Alex is making third place his own. There's a little battle going on now between Thomas McKay, Elliot Pickford and Solomon Marr. There's these three coming down the pool. Jack has just stepped up the pace again. Nice 3-second lead he's got now. Now got 5 meters over Connor. Putting in a 1:06.5 for that 100. 300 to go. Connor still on 1:07s. Connor's 1:07 as Jack puts in these little bits of sprints down these lanes. Connor's steady 1:07s. He's not making any inroads into his lead. Still quite a lot of time to go yet. We've still got another 200 meters to go. Can Connor Bennett fight back and make a race of this 1500 meters in the last 200 meters? Just dropping a second there on that 100. Jack just going back to a 1:07.5. 200 meters to go. I think he's going to make this his entry time of 16:41. I think he's going to be well inside that. Now stretching it out to a good 10-meter lead. Connor just starting to fade now in this last 200. Alex doing a good swim though in third place, making this third place his own. He's kept up at a very even pace. Not quite on the 1:07s, but Jack just sticking in another 1:06 there on that 100, 1:06.8. Needs sub 35 for a new PB. Coming into the last 25. Give them a round of applause, please. Where's this unbelievable PB? 106 for that last 100 there, Jack. 16:37 as opposed to 16:41 for your entry time. Good 4-second PB there. 16:46 for our second place, Connor Bennett. And Alex Saxford, 16:55 in a comfortable third place. Let's cheer Thomas Roberts, please. It's all the way in. Come on, let's make some noise for him. It's a long way, especially to be swimming it out on your own. Last 5 meters. Well done, Thomas. And that concludes the event 203. And there we have the results confirmed for event 203. Moving on to event 204, which is the girls 15 years and over, 200 meters freestyle. There are 6 heats, and we start with heat number 1.
Okay, after those long races, we're back to something a bit shorter. Girls 200 freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 for Southport, Ellie Dewsbury. Lane 2 for Bebington, Anna Duncan. Charlotte Dodson in 3 from Prescott, and Jessie Harper in 4 from Stockport Metro. Preston's Alyssa Gornall in 5, and City of Salford's Emma Jones in 6. Imogen Bailey from Wigan Best in 7, and Amelia McLaren from City of Salford in 8. And here's Jessie Harper from Stockport Metro, taking it out on a first 50 of just over 30 seconds. This is a splash and dash after that last race. 3 girls in lanes 3, 4 and 6, pretty much all in a line. Anna Duncan from Bebington pushing hard at the 100-metre mark. But it's Charlotte Dodson from Prescott taking a lead at the end of the first 100. She turns in 1:04.97. These girls pretty much all entered around the 2:16 mark. So turning that fast gives themselves a good chance of getting those elusive PBs. And it's Charlotte Dodson from Prescott taking it out from Anna Duncan on her inside and Jessie Harper on her outside. And Ellie Dewsbury from Southport in lane 1, looking to make a big move down this third 50. But at the turn, it is Charlotte Dodson, just ever so slight lead over Jessie Harper and Anna Duncan. A real race down on this final 50. And a race, Emma Jones from City of Salford really pushing hard in lane 6 now. And lane 7, Imogen Bailey from Wigan Best. These girls really competing hard against each other. Really hard to tell who's going to take this first heat. Lane 1, Ellie Dewsbury really making a move in the last 5 metres. Lane 2, Anna Duncan as well. Is Anna Duncan just going to pip her? Indeed she does. 2:15, just probably about a second or so PB. But all the girls finishing pretty close together. Heat 2.
And here we go on heat number 2. In lane 1, we've got Grace Pickles from Burnley Bobcats. Lane 2, Caitlin Brannan from Wirral Metro. Lane 3, Sydney Bairstow from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 4, Elizabeth Airy from Cockermouth. Lane 5, Lauren Cooley, also from Cockermouth. Lane 6, Amy Banks from Carnforth. Lane 7, Amy Hurd from Carlisle. And lane 8, Hannah Dawson from Satellite. And it looks as though Hannah Dawson's just turned first there in 30.26, taking out a small lead. It's very, very even right away across the pool. Amy Banks from Carnforth in second place at the minute.
We have some results for you from the boys 1500 metres freestyle. 15 years age group. In second place, Harrison Brown from Stockport Metro. And in first place from City of Salford, Scott Proven. In your 16 years age group, third place from Burnley Bobcats, Thomas Mackay. In second place from Wirral Metro, Elliot Pickford. And in first place from City of Manchester, Alexander Axford. In your 17 years age group, in third place from Swim Trafford, Solomon Marr. In second place from Swim Trafford, Connor Bennett. With that fantastic swim, your champion for 2016 from Blackpool Aquatics, Jack Bonsall.
Coming down this final 50, it looks like Amy Banks is just stretched out her lead from Elizabeth Airy. Coming into the last 5. There we go. We've got Amy Banks finishing in first, 2:13.29. Elizabeth Airy, 2:15.08. And in third place, Lauren Cooley from Cockermouth, 2:15.23. And then we have the confirmation of heat number 2. Moving on to heat number 3.
Move on with heat number 3. In lane 1, Matea J. Oliver from City of Liverpool. City of Manchester's Abigail Rylance in lane number 2. Alice Fox from Burnley Bobcats in lane 3. In 4, Ellie Molyneux from Stockport Metro. Leyland Barracuda's Lucy Hanford in lane 5. And Georgia Mullaney from Stockport Metro in lane 6. Southport's Ella Johnson in 7. And in lane 8, Alicia Pierce from Warrington Warriors. These are girls all entered around the 2:13 mark. So times are starting to increase slightly. And it's Georgia Mullaney taking them out on a time of just over 30 seconds for the first 50. So pushing hard. Slightly starting to increase that lead coming into the first 100. Turning in just over the minute mark. Indeed, 103.31 at the 100 metre mark. So it is Georgia Mullaney for Stockport Metro, just pulling it out from Ellie Molyneux, a fellow Stockport swimmer in just over the 104 mark. And a Southport swimmer, Ella Johnson, in third. But pushing it down this third 50, it is Georgia Mullaney from Stockport Metro. Final turn, Georgia Mullaney turning in 1:37.46. Alice Fox just powered down that third length and is now in second place, turning in 1:38.35. She's now pushing hard. Can she catch Georgia Mullaney coming down this final 50? Alice Fox from Burnley Bobcats is really kicking hard. I think she's starting to catch Georgia Mullaney. Certainly in this last 15, she's got enough time and water to catch her. Indeed, she's pulled past her. This is a real strong swim down this last 50 from Alice Fox, Burnley Bobcats, and she does take it 2:11.23. That's over a 2-second PB for Alice. And Georgia Mullany sneaks a small PB as well, nearly 2 seconds. Your results are confirmed on the board for heat number 3. We'll move on to heat number 4.
And here we go in heat number 4. We've got in lane number 2, we've got Shannon Campbell from Warrington Warriors. Lane 3, Megan Lever from Pioneer 79. Lane 4, Kira Henley from Stockport Metro. Lane 5, Laura Boardman from City of Salford, turning first. Lane 6, Alicia Hawkins from Stockport Metro. Lane 7, Rebecca Loft from City of Manchester. And in lane 8, Emma Duff from Crew Flyers. Laura Boardman just starting to edge out that little bit of a lead as we come into the first turn at 100 metres. Turning in a time of 1:01.60. Coming down to 150. Laura's maintaining this lead, but there's a good battle for second place. Second place going to Kira Henley from Stockport Metro, 1:37.36. And Megan Lever, 1:38.14. But not much between them in this for this second place. Coming into the last 5, comfortable lead for Laura Boardman, touching first in 2:08.06. Kira Henley, Stockport Metro, finishing second, 2:11.02. And Megan Lever, 2:11.71. Just under a second PB by the looks of it for Laura Boardman. And then we have confirmation of the result on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 5.
The penultimate heat of this girls 15 and over 200 freestyle. In lane 1 from Ulverston, Alex Nagg. Bolton Metro's Emily Barkley in lane 2. Lane 3, Elodie Smallwood from Pioneer 79. Lane 4, Tori Sopp from Wirral Metro. Lane 5, Grace Farr from Winsford. Sorry, Emma Rawson from Stockport Metro in 5, Grace Farr from Winsford in 6, Southport's Neve Wilger in 7, and Charlotte Nestor from Wigan Best in 8. And taking it out strongly, Tori Sock from Wirral Metro in well under that 30-second mark. Tori Sock bringing it down strongly. Just leading from Emma Rawson and Emily Barkley in 2. It is Tori Sopp turning first, 1:02.88. Emma Rawson second in just over the 1:03 mark. And fourth, Grace Farr, bang on 1:04. But it is a fight in lanes 4 and 5. Maybe lane 2, Emily Barkley coming back at Tori Sop and Emma Rawson. But Emma Rawson just pushing it down this third length and maybe overtaking Tori Sop. And as we come to the final turn, it is indeed Emma Rawson turning first. 1:36.87 in front of Tori Sop and Grace Farr from Winsford. Emma Rawson just starting to stretch out, maybe a 2 metre lead, full body length maybe on Tori Sop. Coming strongly in lane 6, the Winsford swimmer Grace Farr. But it is Emma Rawson winning this heat in 2:10.49. Tori Sop second in 2:13. Grace Farr 2:13 as well. And in fourth place, Charlotte Nestor from Wigan Best. And the times and results are now confirmed on the board for heat number 5. We'll move on to heat number 6.
We are in our final heat of our 200 free for our ladies, it's 15 years and over. In lane 1, we've got Megan Sheard for Stockport Metro. In lane 1, Alice Harding from Pioneer 79. In lane 2, Rihanna Bennett from City of Manchester. In lane 3, Katie Reynolds from Burnley Bobcats. In lane 4, Emma Whittingham from Southport. Lane 5, lane 6, Hannah Kelsall from City of Liverpool. Lane 7, Jade Nuttall, City of Salford. And in 8, Melissa Braddock from Wigan Best. Coming down this first 100. It looks as though Katie Reynolds has stretched out a good 5 metre lead, turning in 59.98. The only person under 1 minute for that 100 metres. Quite even across the pool though, in lanes 2, 4, 6 and 8. Melissa Braddock going well in lane 8, out there on her own. Alice Harding in lane 2 going well. Having a little private battle between her and Rihanna Bennett. At the turn at 150. Katie Reynolds turning in 1:32.11. Really stretching a lead out. Anna Kelsall moving into second place just as we come into the last 15. Looks like Rihanna Bennett and Hannah Kelsall battling for this second place. Who's going to get it? And it's Hannah Kelsall that takes the second place from Rihanna Bennett from City of Manchester, 2:10.83. And there we have the confirmation of the result for heat number 6. Moving on to our next event, which is event 205, which is the boys 15 years and over, 100 metres backstroke. There are 5 heats, and as we do normally, start with heat number 1.
Swimmers in heat 1 for the boys 15 and over, 100 metres backstroke. In lane 3, Jacob Leach from Cockermouth. Warrington Warriors, Alex Watkinson with a real flyer off the wall there in lane 4. Swim Trafford's Craig McNeil in lane 5, but it is Alex Watkinson really stroking it out down this first 50. Our two para swimmers in lane 3 and lane 4 chasing each other down as well. But it is Alex Watkinson turning in just over 31, just short of 32 seconds. And Craig and Jacob in lane 3 and 5. Not too far away from each other. But Alex Watkinson from Warriors of Warrington really powering down this last 50 to his last 10 metres, looking very, very strong indeed. And Alex closes out 1:05.78. Come on, Craig. Really kicking hard down this last 5 metres, and Craig comes in just under 1:14, and Jacob Leach from Cockermouth 1:18.66. Just results are now confirmed there on the board for heat number 1. We'll move on to heat 2.
And we have in heat number 2. Lane 2, Jake Clapperson from Stockport Metro. 3, Declan Hall, Wigan Best. 4, Matthew Sullivan from Warrington Warriors. 5, Nathan Watson from Cockermouth. And in lane 7, out on his own there, Nicholas Law from Winsford. Turning in at the first 50. Declan Hall from Wigan Best turning in 30.33. From Nathan Watson and Jake Clapperson in 3rd. These two just starting to edge away from the other 3 swimmers. Here's Nathan Watson. It looks as though he's just going to take it on the touch, and he does in 1:03.71. From Declan Hall, 1:04.18, and Nicholas Law out there in lane 7, finishing in a 1:05.43, and there we have the result for heat number 2 confirmed on the scoreboard. Heat number 3.
Moving on to heat 3 of the boys 100 metres backstroke in lane 1 for Winsford, Cameron Jones. Lane 2 for Swim Trafford, Solomon Marr. Lane 3 for City of Salford, Matthew George. Lane 5, Billy Dewhurst for Preston. Cockermouth, Elliot Routledge in 6, and Bolton Metro's Aaron Bostock in 7. And Winsford, Alexander Law in 8. We have the finalists for it. Event 212, the 15-year-old girls 200 metres final, freestyle. Swimmers required: Charlotte Nestor, Amy Banks, Alicia Hawkins, Kira Henley, Alice Fox, Ellie Molyneux, Megan Sheard and Elodie Smallwood. And reserves are Elizabeth Airy and Lauren Cooley. Ladies, you have 15 minutes if you wish to withdraw from this final. And coming down in the final length, It is Billy Dewhurst from Preston and Matthew George from City of Salford fighting out, but Matthew George is just going to pip Billy Dewhurst. So Matthew George takes it in just under 102. Results and times are now confirmed on the board for Heat 3. We'll move on to Heat number 4.
As we get heat number 4 underway, we have our finalists for the girls 200 metres freestyle 16 years age group. First finalist is Anna Duncan from Beverton, Emma Whittingham from Southport, Tori Sopp from Wirral Metro, Emma Rawson from Stockport Metro, Melissa Braddock from Wigan Best, Matty J. Oliver from City of Liverpool, Ella Johnson from Southport, and Ellie Dewsbury, also from Southport. Our reserve finalists are Charlotte Dodson from Prescott and Jess Harper from Stockport Metro. Those are our finalists for the 16 years age group of the 200 girls 200 metres freestyle. Coming into the last fight, Thomas Gilroy looks as though he's going to take it by half a body, but there's this fight for second place. Who's going to get it? Dominic Suggett from Wigan Best over Jacob Wass from Warrington Warriors in third place. And there we have the result for heat number 4, confirmed on the scoreboard. Moving on to our final heat of this event, heat number 5.
We also have a finals call for event 214, the girls 17 and over 200 metres freestyle. Swimmers required: Georgia Mullaney from Stockport Metro, Alice Harding from Pioneer 79, Hannah Kelsall from City of Liverpool, Katie Reynolds from Burnley Bobcats, Laura Boardman from City of Salford, Rihanna Bennett from City of Manchester, Megan Lever from Pioneer 79 and Grace Farr from Winsford. 2 reserve swimmers are Emily Barkley from Bolton Metro and Shannon Campbell from Warrington Warriors. Ladies, you have 15 minutes from this announcement if you wish to withdraw from this final. Coming down the final length of this 100 metres backstroke, it is Anthony Everts from City of Liverpool with 3 or 4 metre lead over the rest of the field, looking really strong. Owen Minican, James Oxborough and Matthew Pomfret virtually in a line, but it is Anthony Everts who takes it in 58.52, fantastic time. The other 3 boys in just over the minute mark. Owen Minican taking second place, James Oxborough third in roughly 1:01. That concludes the 100 metres backstroke, and the times are now confirmed on the board, and that result stands. We'll move on to event 206, and that's the girls 15 and over 50 metres butterfly. There are 11 heats in this event. Just take a few seconds while we just organise it at the far end of the pool, and then we'll move on to heat 1. I think think we're almost ready. Indeed we are, heat 1.
First heat in this 50 butterfly. We've got Shona McGreevy from Fleetwood, Georgia Davids from Marple, Rachel Edmondson from Trafford Metro, and Chloe Cotton from Preston. Coming onto 35 metres, 15 metres to go. It looks as though Shona McGreevy's just in front, just under the flags. It's going to be who's going to take this stroke on the touch. Rachel Edmondson from Trafford Metro, 32.29 from Shona McGreevy. 1/100th of a second, and there we go. We have the confirmation of the result for heat number 1. Heat number 2.
Back to heat, a full complement in heat number 2. Time's getting a lot quicker as we go on. And it appears lane 6, Gabriella Bembo from City of Liverpool, taking an early lead, but there's not much in any of the swimmers. Lane 4, Lucy Han from Leyden Barracuda starting to make a move, and it is Lucy Hanford stretching a little lead out. Lane 2, Elizabeth Bryce from Holton trying to catch her, and it is going to be on the touch. Lucy Hanford takes first place. Second place, Amy Hurd from Carlisle Aquatics, and third place, Elizabeth Bryce from Holton. The times and the results are now confirmed on the board for heat 2. Move swiftly on to heat 3.
When we get this heat underway, we've got the finalists for the boys 15 years and over 100 metres backstroke. Alex Watkinson from Warrington Warriors, Marcus Day, City of Salford, Owen Minnikin from City of Liverpool, Billy Dewars from Preston, and William Camden from City of Salford. They're your finalists for the 15 years, 100 metres backstroke. Coming into the final 5 metres, it's going to be Isabel Michael from City of Manchester, who takes it 30.53. And there we have the results of heat number 3 confirmed on the scoreboard. And
Heat 4 underway, and we're starting to get to that point where we're looking for the first swimmer to go sub 30 seconds. Is it going to be in this heat? Appears lane 7, Elizabeth Corn from Satellite, taking down strongly down the first 25, but there really is nothing to choose from any of these swimmers. This one really is going to be on the touch. All these girls virtually in a line. Might be lane 2, Scarlett Peacock from Stockport Metro, getting it on the touch from lane 7, Elizabeth Cornt, and it is that. 30.97 for Scarlett Peacock in lane 2 from Stockport Metro. Very, very close, only 4/100ths of a second between the two. Just waiting for the times there to be confirmed on the board. Times are now confirmed along with the results on the board. And we'll move on to heat number 5.
As we get heat number 5 underway, we've got the 16 years age group finalists for the boys 100 metres backstroke. Anthony Wood from Blackpool Aquatics, Daniel Clark from Prescott, Matthew George from City of Salford, Matthew Pomford from City of Liverpool, Nathan Lowe, City of Salford, Samuel Taylor, City of Salford, Nathan Watson, Cockermouth, Harrison Moore from Wirral Metro, and a reserve finalist, Jake Clapperson from Stockport and Jake Leach from Cockermouth. Coming into the last 5, it's going to be Michelle Olchowski, who takes first place from Everton, followed by Stephanie Brew and Georgia Mullaney. And there we have confirmation of the result on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 6.
Heat 6 underway, and we're still looking for that first lady under 30 seconds. Maybe this heat. Lane 8's made a really strong start, Ellie Molyneux from Stockport Metro. But again, all the girls in virtually a line across the pool. But lane 7, Jessica Sloan started to make a real move in the last 15 metres. And lane 3, Nicola Capstick from Ulverston. But who's going to get it between these two on the touch? It is lane 7, Jessica Sloan from Wigan Best, 30.39, getting ever close to that 30-second mark. Results and times now confirmed on the board. And ready to move on to heat number 7.
Okay, just to announce, we've got a disqualification in this event. In heat number 4 with lane 8 and heat 5 lane 4. A disqualification for a technical infringement. Abby Parton from Wirral Metro coming in strongly in that last 5 metres, taking just outside that 30 seconds, and there we have the result confirmed on the scoreboard for heat number 7. Moving on to heat number 8.
Heat 8 underway. Very, very close in that last heat to the 30-second mark. Hopefully it will come in heat 8. But is lane 4 really making a strong charge? Nicole Horner from City of Salford, and lane 6, Emily Peck from Lancaster. But again, as in this race, it's been a common feature. They're all straight in a line across the pool. Really hard to call this one. Lane 3 coming really strong, Amy Richardson from Ulverston. And it is Amy Richardson, the first person sub 30 seconds at 29.74. Great swim from Amy. Results and times confirmed on the board there for heat 8. We'll move on to heat number 9.
Just to announce the finalists for the 17 years and over age group of the boys 100 metres backstroke. Finalists are Aaron Bostock, Bolton Metro, Jacob Wass, Warrington Warriors, James Oxborough, Bolton Metro, Anthony Everett, City of Liverpool, Thomas Gilroy, Pioneer 79, Dominic Suggett from Wigan Best, Elliot Rutledge from Cockermouth, and Cameron Jones from Winsford. Taking that one is Kira Standing from Stockport Metro. And then we have the confirmation of heat number 9. Moving on to heat number 10.
The two reserve swimmers for the 17-year-olds boys 100 backstroke final are Declan Hall and Alexander Law. And again, gentlemen, as usual, 15 minutes from now if you wish to withdraw from that event. Coming down to heat 10 of this 50 metres butterfly, it's lane number 4, Anna Newlands from Stockport Metro. Bringing it out from lane 6, Eleanor Bailey. Looks like it's going to be those two, first and second, and it is Anna Newlands touching 28.72. Eleanor Bailey, Wigan Best, 29.26 in second. And the times and the result for heat 10 are now confirmed on the board. We'll move on to our final heat, heat number 11.
Final heat. Looks like Holly Rollinson broke first out of from the start. Lanes 4 and 5 very, very close, very well matched across the pool. But Neve Robinson, this battle between Neve Robinson and Charlotte Taylor, who's going to get the touch? Charlotte Taylor from Satellite, 28.99. Neve Robinson. And then we have the confirmed result on the scoreboard of heat number 11. That concludes event 206. Moving on to event 207, which is the boys 15 years and over, 50 meters freestyle. There are 11 heats, and we start with heat number 1.
A real splash and dash event now, the 50 freestyles. Elliot Norman from Burnley Bobcats taking a bit of a flyer there from Harvey Martin from City of Liverpool. And in lane 3, we have Thomas Rowlands from City of Chester. These three boys leading it down this 50 metres freestyle. So it is Thomas Rowlands from City of Chester. Probably just heading Elliot Norman, who's going to take it on the touch. It is Thomas Rowlands, City of Chester, 26.96. Fast swimming for a first heat. Times and result confirmed on the board for heat 1. We'll move on to heat number 2.
Said Adam from Stockport Metro breaking first over there in lane number 2, but it looks like Ewan McMurky from the Isle of Man looks as though he's got a lead, but then again Jordan O'Hara looks as though Jack Stanley came from nowhere to take that in 26.54. Some very, very good swims, very, very fast for heat number 2. We're just waiting for the confirmation of the results. Oh, we have a disqualification in lane 8, which changes the results for a technical infringement. Changes the results, and the result is now confirmed on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 3.
3. Time's getting ever quicker. Not a lot of time to pass comment. These boys really quickening the pace. Lane 3, Sean Davis from City of Liverpool, maybe taking it out. And lane 7, Nathan Lowe from City of Salford. These two boys probably, and lane 5, Alexander Hadley from Aquabears really making a strong finish to here, but who's going to take it on the touch? It is Alexander Hadley from Aquabears, 26.41 from Sean Davis, City of Liverpool. Times and result now confirmed on the board for heat 3. Move swiftly on. Heat number 4.
Okay, we have the finalists for the girls 15 years age group of the 50 metres butterfly. Nicola Capstick from Ulverston, Kaiser Whittaker from the Isle of Man, Emily Peck from Lancaster, Tilly Holt from Stockport Metro, Holly Rollinson from Swim Trafford, Caitlin Bergen from Stockport Metro, Emma Jones from City of Salford, Jade Moore from Blackpool Aquatics, and reserve finalists Scarlett Peacock from Stockport Metro, Ella Bergen-Williams from Oldham Aquatics. Matthew George winning that one, 25.63. And there we have confirmation of the result on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 5.
Heat 5 of the 50 freestyle for boys. Very difficult from up here to see at the beginning who starts to take a lead. Straight across the centre of the pool, 3, 4 and 5. Maybe lane 5, Elliot Routledge from Cockermouth. Hardly taking a breath as we go into this last 5 metres. And lane 3, Aaron Bostock. It is between these two guys, and lane 1 making a fast finish. It is Elliot Routledge, Cockermouth, 26.2 from Aaron Bostock, Bolton Metro. The times and the result for heat 5 are now confirmed on the board. And we'll move on to heat number 6.
Finalists for the 16 years 50 metres butterfly girls, Elizabeth Corn from Satellite, Tori Sop from Wirral Metro, Ellie Johnson from Southport, Emily Keys, City of Salford, Hannah Head from Swim Trafford, Emily Spencer, City of Liverpool, Emma Whittingham from Southport, Rusha Mondle from City of Manchester, reserve finalist Jess Harper from Stockport Metro, Anna Livermore from Swim Trafford. And Kieran Hennessy taking it there for 25.95. And there we have the confirmation of the result for heat number 6. Heat number 7.
Not a lot of time now to catch your breath on these really fast events as these boys get forever faster. Heat number 7. Zach Fielding in lane 4, really looking like he's starting to take a slight lead. Can see hardly anybody breathing, and big splash. But it is Zach Fielding, Crew Flyers, coming in to take this heat at the touch. 25.6 for Zach Fielding, Crew Flyers. Jake Sim from Prescott, 25.85 in second. The results and times for heat number 7 confirmed on the board. Move on to heat number 8.
Okay, our finalists for the 17 years and over girls 50 metres butterfly, Emily Barclay, Bolton Metro, Eleanor Bailey, Wigan Best, Charlotte Taylor, Satellite, Anna Newlands, Stockport Metro, Kira Standing from Stockport Metro, Neve Robinson, Pioneer 79, Katie Reynolds from Burnley Bobcats, Rebecca Winsip from City of Manchester, and the reserve finalists Amy Richardson from Ulverston, Lauren Zera from City of Manchester, and Thomas Broadfoot takes it in 25.38, and there we have the confirmation of heat number 8 on the scoreboard. Heat number 9. Just a reminder for swimmers and team coaches, team managers, you have 15 minutes to withdraw any of your swimmers from these finals. And just while we're waiting, we have a disqualification to announce in this event in heat number 8, lane 5, for a technical infringement.
Moving into the last few heats of the boys 50 freestyle. Hardly time to blink. Benjamin Martin from Pioneer 79 in lane 4 looks to be heading this field just ever so slightly. Coming down to the last 10-15 metres. It is Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 79. Closely followed by lane 6, Jake Clappison. It is Benjamin Martin, 24.63 in first place. Disqualification in lane 8 from that heat, Joseph Ackett from Bolton Metro for a technical infringement. But the rest of the times are now confirmed on the board, and that is the result. And we'll move on to heat number 10.
Through the first 25, and it's James Oxborough that seems to be taking this lead from Bolton Metro. Daniel Austin, Adam Frost. That's the 1, 2, 3. 24.15 for James. And then we have the result confirmed on the scoreboard for heat number 10. Moving on to our last heat, heat number 11.
Final heat of the boys 50 metres freestyle. Not a lot of time to catch your breath. These boys really flying down this last length. Joshua Thompson from Cornforth really stroking it out there, taking a metre out of the rest of this field. Lane 2 coming back strongly. Alexander Bragatsky from the Isle of Man. But it is Joshua Thompson from Cornforth, 24.3 from Alexander Bragatsky. The Isle of Man, 24.86. Times are now confirmed on the board for that final heat, and that is the result. And that brings to an end event 207, the boys 50 metres freestyle. We'll move on to event 208, the girls 15 and over 50 metres breaststroke. We have 7 heats. Heat 1.
Ward from Pioneer 79 seems to be just edging out a little lead over these other three. Just stretching it out now to a full body length coming into the last 5 meters. Looks as though Ellie's going to take it in 36.01. Mary Nelson finishing in second, 2-second PB, and then we have confirmation of the result for heat number 1. Heat number 2.
Swiftly moving on to heat 2 of these girls 50 metres breaststroke. Not just as quick as the boys 50 freestyle. Maybe a little bit of time to catch our breaths, but it's lane 4. Catherine Ross from Warrington Warriors. Just stretching out. Lane 8, Amy Smith from Bolton Metro. Maybe just moving into second place, or is these two girls vying for first? But Catherine Ross from Warrington Warriors. And lane 5, Lauren Bannett and Colette Mead over in lane 1. Lane 2, should I say. But it is Catherine Ross, Warrington Warriors, taking it in 36.43. Confirmation of your time and results for heat 2 are now on the board. Move on. Heat number 3.
While we get heat number 3 underway, we have the finalists for the 15 years boys 50 metres freestyle. Finalists are Scott Program, City of Salford, Jack Huddett from Blackburn, Jordan O'Hara, Chorley Marlins, Adam Metcalf, Cockermouth, Ewan O'Connor from City of Liverpool, James Duncan from City of Salford, Harvey Griffin from Burnley Bobcats, Ben Turland from Pioneer 79. Reserve finalists are Thomas Rowlands from City of Chester and Jay Dennett from City of Salford. Coming into the last 5 minutes, it looks as though Hannah Sheehan from Wigan Best took it, 36.90. And there we go, we have the results confirmed on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 4.
Heat 4 underway. Very even in these early stages. Maybe lane 5, Hannah Edwards from Cornforth. And Natasha Prophet from Satellite, just pulling away slightly. Closely followed by Bridie Freeney from Stockport Metro in 3. But it is Natasha Prophet in 4. Just eking forward, close to the finish on the touch. Takes it in 36.07. Natasha Prophet from Satellite, closely followed by Hannah Edwards from Cornforth, just pipped by 0.12 of a second. We have a disqualification in that heat, lane 3. Sorry.
I'll confirm the result in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, we can confirm lane 3 was disqualified for a technical infringement in last heat. We'll move on to heat 5.
Okay, our finalists for the 16 years age group of the boys 50 metres freestyle. Anthony Wood, Blackpool Aquatics. Thomas Manning, Blackpool Aquatics. Matthew George, City of Salford. Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 79. Jake Clapperson from Stockport Metro. Connor Joyce from Cockermouth. Ethan Ryland from City of Liverpool. Harry Pilkington from Burnley Bobcats. Reserve finalist Nathan Lowe from City of Salford. And Ewan McMurky from the Isle of Man. Those are our finalists for our boys 16 years age group, 50 metres freestyle. Katie McCarthy there taking first place, 34.25. From Holly Rollinson and Jessica Shatford. And there we have the results confirmed on the scoreboard. Heat number 6.
Penultimate heat of the girls 50 metres breaststroke. Lane 2 and 5 seem to be edging forward. It's Neve Robinson, Kate Roodhouse, closely followed by Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man. But it is lane 5, Neve Robinson, Pioneer 79, on the touch just from Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man. Only 5 100s in that. Results confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to the final heat. Heat 7.
As we get this heat underway, the 17 years age group, boys 50 metres freestyle. Jacob Lee from Southport, William Beavan from Burnley Bobcats, Adam Frost from Satellite, James Oxborough from Bolton Metro, Joshua Thompson, Carnforth, Alexander Brigazzi, Isle of Man, Callum Chappell from Winsford, James Ross from Warrington Warriors, and reserve finalist Daniel Austin from City of Salford, and Jordan McDonald from Southport. They're our finalists for the 17 years age group, 50 metres butterfly. Coming into the last 5 metres, it's Katie Matz who takes it in 32.90 from Emily Lawrence and Auna Doherty. And there we have confirmation of the results on the scoreboard. Our next event is event 209, which is the boys 50 metres breaststroke. Can I just remind everybody that at the start, can we have complete silence, please, at the start? Heat number 1.
We have 5 heats of this 50 metres breaststroke. Heat number 1. Lane 5, James Mooney from Bolton Metro. Seeming to move forward into first place, but not a lot to choose between any of them. It is lane 5. Lane 7, Tommy Jones, but it is James Mooney from Bolton Metro, just taking it in 33.86. And lane 6 in that heat 1 was disqualified for a technical infringement. The result is now confirmed on the board, and we'll move on to heat 2.
Daniel New from Stockport Metro looks as though he's taking an early lead on this first 25. But Stuart Eastwood from Crew Flyers is coming back at him. As is I said, Adam. But it looks as though Daniel Newman is going to take it, 32.444. Confirmation of the result for Heat 2 on the board. Heat number 3.
We can announce the finalists for event 230, the girls 15-year-old 50 metres breaststroke. Swimmers required: Rachel Thompson from Southport, Ellie Ward from Pioneer 79, Holly Rollinson from Swim Trafford, Amy Flanagan from Everton, Emily Lawrence from Preston, Chelsea Crabtree from City of Salford, Hannah Edwards from Carnforth, Charlotte Nestor from Wigan Best, and 2 reserves, Kira Henley from Stockport and Hannah Sheehan from Wigan Best. And Heat 3, it seems to be Samuel Goldrick from Stockport Metro takes it in 30.95. Really quick swimming. Confirmation of the times for Heat 3 and the result. And we'll move on to Heat 4.
Benjamin Arkle taking a slight lead now on this first 25. Followed by Thomas Bielich from Isle of Man, and also Jack O'Brien. Benjamin Arkle touching first in 30.38 from Jack O'Brien. And there we have the results confirmed on the board. Heat number 5.
A call for the finalists for event 231, the girls 16-year-old 50 metres breaststroke final. Swimmers required: Mary Nelson from Satellite, Russia Mondal from City of Manchester, Katie Cherry from the City of Manchester, Emily Spencer from the City of Liverpool, Eleanor Collin from Pioneer 79, Charlotte Stackpool from City of Liverpool, Georgia Farr from Winsford, and Ellie Perris from Pioneer 79. 2 reserves, Hannah Proctor from Clitheroe and Maya Urson Essien from Bolton Metro. Taking that heat, Hugh Takimoto from Warriors of Warrington with 30.87. Results confirmed on the board, and that result stands for Heat 5. Moving swiftly on, Heat 6. Sorry, that's the conclusion of event 209. We'll move on to event 210, the girls 15 years and over, 100 metres backstroke. We do have 5 heats. Heat 1. We have a call for event 232, The final of the girls 17 and over 50 metres breaststroke. Swimmers required: Amber Alford from Everton, Kate Roodhouse from Stockport Metro, Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man, Katie Matz from Stockport Metro, Neve Robinson from Pioneer 79, Katie McCarthy from City of Salford, and Anna Doherty from Bolton Metro. And finally, Shannon Campbell from Warrington Warriors. Two reserves are Jessica Shatford from Carnforth and Stephanie Brew from the Isle of Man. Ladies, you have 15 minutes from this announcement if you wish to withdraw from this event.
Coming into the last 15 metres, it's very, very close on this. It might be Rebecca Winstead that's going to take it on the touch, but it's going to be very, very close between her and second place. Rebecca Winstead takes it from Bethany Moore, Crew Flyers, and Anna Duncan from Bevington. 1:11.92. And we have confirmation of the results on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 2.
Heat 2 underway of the girls 100 metres backstroke. Off to a good start, Alexandria Livingston from Carnforth in lane 4. And also lane 1, Lily McFarlane from Swin Trafford. These two girls taking it hard down the first length. Also in lane 8, Georgia Mullaney from Stockport Metro. These girls probably looking to turn virtually in a line. And they do. Alexandria Livingstone just turning first in 33.37. Closely followed by Lily McFarlane, Swin Trafford. And Matea J. Oliver from City of Liverpool in lane 5, turning third. But as we're coming to the final 25, it's lane 3, Amy Banks starting to make a big push. Is Amy Banks just starting to edge it, maybe taking half a metre out on the other girls, particularly Lily McFarlane in lane 1. And on the touch, Amy Banks takes it, 1:08.74. From Matea J. Oliver, City Liverpool in 5, and Lily McFarlane in 1 from Swim Trafford. Times are now confirmed on the board, and the result at Heat 2 stands. And as the girls get out, we'll move on to Heat 3.
As we get Heat 3 underway, we've got an announcement for finalists for the boys 15 years and over, 50 metres breaststroke, 15 years age group. James Petner from City of Liverpool, Cameron Jacoby from City of Liverpool, Rio Quarry from Preston, James Duncan, City of Salford, Tommy Jones, Southport, William Murray from Winsford, Jack Huddart from Blackburn, Elliot Norman from Burnley Bobcats. And our reserve finalist is Joshua Wilson. Our 16 years age group, we have Asad Adam from Stockport Metro, Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 79, Jake Dane from Wirral Metro, Jack O'Brien, Swim Trafford, Connor Joyce from Cockermouth, Daniel New from Stockport Metro, Matthew Pomford from City of Liverpool, Alistair Stout from Swim Trafford, and our reserve finalists are Joshua Priestman from Alsager and Ewan McMurky from Isle of Man. Coming into the last 5 metres, it looks as though Alex Nag is going to touch first, followed by Kira Standing in 108.17. Third, Emma Jones from City of Salford. Just waiting for confirmation of the results on the scoreboard. And there we go, we have the confirmation of the result for heat number 3. Heat number 4.
Heat 4 underway, but we have a call for event 229, the boys 17 years and over 50 metres breaststroke final. Swimmers required: Joseph Murray, Pioneer 79, Adam Frost, Satellite, Joshua Thompson, Cornforth, Benjamin Arkle, Satellite, Hugh Takimoto, Warrington Warriors, Samuel Goldrick, Stockport Metro, Guy Davis, Isle of Man, Oliver Rose, Winsford, and the 2 reserve finalists, Thomas Bielik, the Isle of Man, and William Bevan, Burnley Bobcats. Gentlemen, you have 15 minutes from now if you wish to withdraw from this final. Coming down the second 50 of this heat 4. Hannah Jones in lane 4. Looks to have a slender lead over Jodie Alder from City of Salford. Nicola Capstick and Hannah Kelso also making a vie for that second place. But it is Hannah Jones, Stockport Metro, that touches in 106.62, closely followed by Hannah Kelso and Jodie Alder. Just waiting for confirmation on the scoreboard. And there we have it. Results are confirmed for heat 4. We'll move on to heat 5.
Going down the first 50, we've got Caitlin Bergen turning in first from Stockport Metro. Emily Peck from Lancaster turning in second, and Emma Rawson also from Stockport Metro in third. 32.86 down that first 50. Just starting to edge out a lead is Caitlin, but it's not going to be much coming into this last 15. In fact, it looks as though she's fading towards the end. Emily Peck looks as though she's coming through. Think she's going to hang on for this last 5 metres. Yes, and she does. Caitlin Bergen finishing first in 1:05.92, followed by Emma Rawson 1:06.28, and Emily Peck in third. Our results are confirmed on the board, and that concludes the girls' event 210, 100 metres backstroke. Moving on to event 211, which is the boys 15 years and over, 400 metres individual medley. There are 3 heats, and we start with heat number 1.
Swimming in heat 1 of the 400 metres IM in lane 3 for Ulverston, Tom Robinson. Lane 4 for Cockermouth, Nathan Watson. Lane 5 for City of Salford, Samuel Taylor. And from Southport in lane 6, Paolo Muniz. A strong first 50 from Tom Robinson from Ulverston on this 50 flight. Kicking hard there off the bottom wall. Taking a 3 or 4 metre lead over Paolo Muniz from Southport, with Nathan Watson and Samuel Taylor chasing behind. But it is Tom Robinson coming down the final length of this fly. That's got a healthy 4 or 5 metre lead over Paolo Muniz from Southport. Maybe time for us all to catch our breath after those fast 50s and the 100 backstroke. Tom Robinson turning in 1:03 for his 100 flight. And Paolo in 1:06. So move on to the backstroke leg. Nathan Watson from Cockermouth starting to make a move on this backstroke leg as he moves past Paolo Muniz from Southport. Yes, Tom Robinson did do 2468 motorway. He's not singing, he's swimming. We have a call for event 224, the girls 15-year-old 100 metres backstroke. Swimmers required: Alexandra Livingston from Carnforth, Lily McFarlane from Swim Trafford, Nicola Capstick from Ulverston, Caitlin Bergen from Stockport Metro, Emily Peck from Lancaster, Amy Banks from Carnforth, Emma Jones from City of Salford, and Charlotte Nestor from Wigan Best. Reserve finalists: Megan Sheard from Stockport Metro and Elizabeth Airy from Cockermouth. At the end of the 100 backstroke, Tom Robinson's still got a lead, but it is Nathan Watson from Cockermouth that's pulled quite a lot of time back there, and Paolo Muniz still hanging on there in 3rd place as we move on to the breaststroke leg. Call for event 225, the girls 16-year-old 100 metres backstroke final. Swimmers required: Anna Duncan from Bebington, Holly Parkinson, City of Chester, Eleanor Collin, Pioneer 79, Emma Rawson, Stockport Metro, Matea J. Oliver, City of Liverpool, Isabella Burton, Winsford, Isabel Cockram, Pioneer 79, Libby Saunders, City of Salford. Event 226, the girls 17 and over 100 metres backstroke final. Swimmers required: Hannah Platt, Liverpool, Penguins, Jodie Alder, City of Salford, Hannah Kelsall, City of Liverpool, Alex Nagg, Ulverston, Hannah Jones, Stockport Metro, Kira Standing, Stockport Metro, Amy Richardson, Ulverston, Zora McKnight, Carlisle Aquatics. Reserve finalists: Lauren Disra from City of Manchester and Alice Harding, Pioneer 79. Ladies, you have 15 minutes as of this announcement if you wish to withdraw. And please can I remind all swimmers that make the finals and the reserve swimmers, you must report to marshalling before the race.
That was a really good breaststroke leg by Paolo Muniz, coming through from 3rd place into first, turning first in 3:51.56. Looks as though he's taking out a good lead now. Nathan Watson from Cockermouth and also Sam Taylor chasing him down. Let's see if he can hold it in this last 50. Paolo just started to stretch out this lead, but the race is on between second and third from Nathan Watson and Sam Taylor, and it's going to be touch and go. Who's going to touch first? It looks as though Nathan Watson is just going to have the edge over Sam Taylor. Parliament is coming in to touch first in 4:58.09. Nathan Watson finishing second. Sam Taylor finishing third. And there we have the confirmation of the result for heat number 1. Heat number 2. Harry Pilkington looks as though he's gone out very, very strongly on this butterfly leg. Turning first in 29.02. Joshua Lambert from Burnley Bobcats over there in lane 2, turning second, 29.39. Third, Adam Metcalf, Cockermouth, 29.48. Very, very even as we come into this the end of this butterfly leg of this boys 15 years and over 400 metres individual medley. So it's Harry Pilkington turning first in 1:03.42 into the backstroke. Good changeover from butterfly into backstroke from Adam Blackshaw from Winsford, who's caught Harry. Harry just hanging on to his lead there as we come through the flags into the turn. And it's Harry Pilkington from Adam Blackshaw in this backstroke leg. Harry just starting to edge out again, but Joshua Lambert over there in lane number 2 is starting to come back, as is Matthew Johnson from City of Liverpool. It's the breaststroke leg that tells on everybody where this race is won and lost. So Adam Blackshaw from Winsford taking over in first place. 2:21.09 from Harry Pilkington, but there's actually nothing in it, 0.8 of a second, if that. But Harry's fighting back, and so is Matthew Johnson. Matthew Johnson is coming up, and James Cross and Joshua Lambert over there in lanes 1 and 2. They're making inroads into this first 3. Adam Metcalf from Cockermouth in lane 3 is also coming back. Down this next 50 is actually going to tell where this race is going to be won and lost. Adam Metcalf looks as though he's going to come through into second place. Harry Pilkington still holding on to his lead. Coming into this last 5 metres, there's not much in it now. Harry Pilkington is going to turn first, but Adam Metcalf is going to turn second with James Cross in third. this freestyle. There's nothing in it between the first three. Even the first five. Matthew Johnson starting to edge his way back, as is Joshua Lambert over there in lane 2. Is Harry Pilkington going to hold on? Coming into the turn, I think he's got a good 2 or 3 meters lead. 2.5 seconds he's got over James Cross over there in lane number 1. Coming into the final 25. And Joshua Lambert is coming through in lane number 2. And if he carries on, looks as though he could nick this second place. Adam Metcalf is going to hold on for second place, but it is Joshua Lambert who takes the third place. So Harry Pilkington finishing first in 4:54.71. And there we have the result confirmed on the scoreboard. Moving on to heat number 3.
Okay, we're underway in our final heat of the morning. And just an announcement for team managers and coaches. The heat lists are available from your room for events 212 to 223, the next finals. So if you want to go and collect those now, there will be further lists available in the next few minutes for the remaining finals. They're also available on the web at swimnorthwest.org. So if anybody in the audience wants to pick those up, go online. swimnorthwest.org. But team managers and coaches can collect them from the team managers and coaches room next to the timing suite. At the end of the 100 fly, the heat 3, we have Thomas Milburn and Samuel Goldrick pretty much together from Cockermouth and Stockport Metro. Thomas Milburn looking to pull away on the backstroke leg. It is Thomas Milburn probably taking a metre or 2 out of Samuel Goldrick. And in lane 5 and lane 6, Marcus Day making concerted effort on this backstroke leg. But it is Thomas Milburn turning in first place, 1:38.13. Marcus Day has made that shift into second place, 1:40.36 seconds. Can he catch Thomas Milburn coming down this final 50 of the backstroke? Really is making a strong move. Last 15 metres. Marcus Days is catching Thomas Milburn, but Thomas Milburn will hold on as we move on to the breaststroke leg. Touches in 2:13.27. Marcus Day 2 seconds behind, 2:15.65. And in third place, Jack O'Brien from Swim Trafford, 2:18.96. Who's the breaststroke swimmer that's going to really pull out on this 100 metres breaststroke leg? Jack O'Brien starting to make his move on this breaststroke leg. It is usually the breaststroke that sorts things out. But Thomas Milburn still ahead, maybe 4 or 5 metres. And in lane 4, Thomas Milburn turns in 2:53 from Marcus Day, 2:56.07. And closely followed by Jack O'Brien, who's made a good move down that first 50 of the breaststroke. Coming strongly in lane 5, Samuel Goldrick on this final 50 metres breaststroke from Stockport Metro. is making a choice to try and catch Jack O'Brien and Marcus Day. But it is Thomas Milburn from Cockermouth, still stretching out on this breaststroke leg. Probably 6 or 7 metres now. Turns at 3:32.74, and Jack O'Brien has come through into second place from Swim Trafford, just edging out Marcus Day, and a really strong swim from Samuel Goldrick as well. But it's Thomas Milburn stretching out. It's probably a race for second place between Jack O'Brien and Marcus Day. Jack O'Brien really pushing hard on this freestyle leg. Probably just pulled a metre or two out on Marcus Day. But Thomas Milburn turns at the bottom wall, pushing for home, turning in 4:05. Marcus Day just caught Jack O'Brien and has turned slightly in front of him. Real race on for second place here. Thomas Milburn stroking it out, probably 10 metres in front. Marcus Day has really pulled it out off that wall, stretching out, and is leading Jack O'Brien by a metre or two now. But Thomas Milburn takes it in 4:36.46. Marcus Day really closed that gap down. 4:43.09 in second place. Jack O'Brien a couple of seconds behind in 4:45.54. Real good swim from Marcus in that final 100 freestyle. And Alistair Stoughton, Elliot Pickford coming in, and that closes event 2:11. And we'll just wait for the times. Times and result confirmed on the board, and that closes the heat for event 2:11. That's completion of all the heats for this morning. I think a round of applause is due for everybody that swum. There's been some real hard swimming out there this morning, some tough events out there. We're going to try and roll on as quick as we can and get to the finals as smoothly and quickly as we can. So if you can just bear with us. Okay, swiftly moving on to event 212, the girls' 15-year-old 200 metres freestyle. Please welcome onto deck your finalists. In lane 1, Elodie Smallwood, Pioneer 79. Lane 2, Amy Banks from Carnforth. Lane 3, Alicia Hawkins from Stockport Metro. Lane 4, Kira Henley, also from Stockport Metro. Lane 5, Alice Fox from Burnley Bobcats. Stockport Metro's Ellie Molyneux, lane 6. Lane 7, Megan Sheard, also from Stockport Metro. And in lane 8 from Cockermouth, Elizabeth Airy. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
As we come down the first 50 of this first final, we've got Kira Henley from Stockport Metro turning in first, 30.19, followed closely by Alice Fox from Burnley, and Alicia Hawkins from Stockport in third place in lane 3. And it's Kira Henley just going to turn first from Alice Fox, but there's not much between second, third, fourth and fifth as we go down into the 150. There's half a second covering the next 4 places after Kiri. Coming into the 150 turn, Kira's going to turn first, and she does in 1:36.78. But now there's a battle going on for second and third place from Alice Fox and Alicia Hawkins. Alice Hawkins and Alice Fox. Who's going to touch first? It's going to be between Alice Fox and Kira Henley. Alice Fox is coming through. It's on the touch. Kira Henley touching in 2:09.78 from Alice Fox 2:09.97, 0.2 of a second, under 0.2 of a second between first and second, and Alicia Hawkins finishing third. And there we have the result confirmed for our final for the girls 15 years 200 meters freestyle. Our next final is the girls 16 years 200 meters freestyle. In lane 1 we have Emma Duncan from Bebington, Emma Whittingham from Southport, Tori Sopp from Wirral Metro, Emma Rawson from Stockport, Melissa Braddock from Wigan Best, Matija Oliver from City of Liverpool, Ella Johnson from Southport, and Ella Dewsbury also from Southport. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Okay, second final of the morning. The girls 16-year-old 200 metres freestyle. Virtually all in a line as we go down the first 50. Maybe Tori Sopp from Wirral Metro taking it out from Emma Whittingham from Southport. But not a lot to choose between any of the girls. It is Tori Sopp, sub 30 for the first 50. Taking it away from Melissa Braddock from Wigan Best in second place and Emma Whittingham Southport in third. Tori Sopp looking very, very strong down this second 50. Pulling out a 2 metre lead over the rest of the field. But Emma Rawson and Melissa Braddock on each other's shoulder in second place. And Ella Johnson from Southport with Matea J. Oliver. Virtually all in a line, but it is Tori Sopp, turns in 1:02.71 in first place. 4 girls all turning 104 point. 5 girls all in 104 point, so a real big race on for second place if Tori Sopp holds this pace and keeps them at bay. But it's Tori Sopp continuing to power down this third length. Melissa Braddock in lane 5, starting to make a move, trying to consolidate that second place, but Tori Sopp turns at the bottom wall. 1:36.36, looking to take a strong grip on this race. Second place, Melissa Braddock. As we come down with 25 metres to go, it's still Tori Sopp with 3 or 4 metres. Lane 7 now, Ella Johnson from Southport, fighting Melissa Braddock hard for second place from Wigan Best. It's Tori Sopp that's led from start to finish, and she's going to take first place. But the race is on for second place. Who's going to take it? Melissa Braddock, Ella Johnson. Melissa Braddock just takes it. Ella Johnson in third place, 2:12.77. Great race there for second and third place. Your resultant times are now confirmed on the board for event 213. We'll move on to event 214, the girls 17 and over 200 metres freestyle. Lane 1 for Stockport Metro, Georgia Mullaney. Lane 2 for Pioneer 79, Alice Harding. Lane 3 for City of Liverpool, Hannah Kelsall. Lane 4 for Burnley Bobcats, Katie Reynolds. Lane 5 for City of Salford, Laura Boardman. Lane 6 for City of Manchester, Rihanna Bennett. Lane 7 for Pioneer 79, Megan Lever. Lane 8 for Winsford, Grace Farr. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Grace Farr from Winsford looks as though she's gone out quite strongly over there in lane 8. What's it's lane 4's Katie Reynolds from Burnley Bobcats. That looks as though she's going to turn first, and she does in 29.12. Still very, very even across the whole of the pool. Down this second 50. Katie Reynolds just taking a body length over Laura Boardman. Third and fourth is looking very, very close. In fact, Grace Farr and Hannah Kelsall, also Rihanna Bennett, are very, very even as they come into the turn. There's nothing much between them. Laura Boardman's not letting Katie Reynolds go out or have her all her own way. Coming into the last turn. It's Katie Reynolds coming through 175. Last 25 metres. Laura Boardman trying to come back at her, but it's going to be these three, which is going to be Katie Reynolds, Laura Boardman, and Hannah Kelsall. Katie Reynolds searching first from Laura Boardman, and Hannah Kelsall in third. Katie Reynolds 2:05.46. Very good swim, girls. And there we have the result confirmed on the scoreboard. Our next final is for the boys 15 years, 100 metres backstroke. In lane 2, we have Alex Watkinson from Warrington Warriors. Lane 3, Marcus Day from City of Salford. City of Liverpool's Owen Miniken. In lane 4, Billy Dewhurst from Preston in lane 5. And William Camden from City of Salford in lane 6. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Okay, as we get this final underway, these 5 guys all virtually in a line. Marcus Day from City of Salford in lane 3. And Owen Minican from City of Liverpool taking it out quite strongly. Who's going to turn first at the bottom board? It is Owen Minican, just shading it from Marcus Day, City of Salford. And Billy Dewars from Preston, very, very close by. Where it is Owen Minican from City of Liverpool, just starting to edge the other two boys, but Billy Dewars from Preston and Marcus Day not letting him get away very easy. But it is Owen Minican as we come into the last 10 metres. Marcus Day in second place. Is he going to hang on, or is Billy Dewars? No, it is Owen Minican, followed by Marcus Day. And then Billy Dewars taking third place. 1:01.15 for Owen Minican. And the times and the result are now confirmed on the board for that final. And we have the next final, event 216, the boys 16-year-old 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1, Anthony Wood from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 2, Daniel Clark from Prescott. Lane 3, Matthew George from City of Salford. Lane 4, Matthew Pomfret from City of Liverpool. Lane 5, Nathan Law from City of Salford. Lane 6, Samuel Taylor from City of Salford. Lane 7, Nathan Watson from Cockermouth. And in lane 8, Harrison Moore from Wirral Metro. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists. Just to let coaches and team managers know, all the remaining heat sheets for the finals are now available in the coach's office next to the timing suite, and also available on the web for everybody else at swimnorthwest.org. Coming down the final length of this boys 16-year-old 100 metres backstroke. It's a closely fought between Matthew George and Matthew Pomfret. It is Matthew George looking like he's starting to get up from Matthew Pomfret. Very, very little in this. Who's going to touch first? It is Matthew George, just shading it from Matthew Pomfret. And in third place, out in lane 1, Anthony Wood from Blackpool Aquatics. Well done, gentlemen. The result is now confirmed on the board for event 216. We move on to event 217. The boys 17 and over 100 metres backstroke final. In lane 1 for Winsford, Cameron Jones. Lane 2 for Cockermouth, Elliot Routledge. Lane 3 for Bolton Metro, James Oxborough. Lane 4 for City of Liverpool, Anthony Evitts. Lane 5 for Pioneer 79, Thomas Gilroy. Lane 6 for Wigan Best, Dominic Suggett. Lane 7 for Bolton Metro, Aaron Bostock. And in lane 8 for Wigan Best, Declan Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Just remember to everybody, or a reminder for everybody, that you can tweet us today at Man at the Pool, hashtag NWR Champs 16, and also at Swim Northwest. So if you want anything mentioning, just let us know. Coming down the this second 50, we have got Anthony Everts from Thomas Gilroy coming into the last 15 minutes. It's going to be a fight between these two. Thomas Gilroy looks as though he's coming through. Is he going to take the touch? It's all going to be on the touch, and it is Thomas Gilroy that takes it on 59.27, 1/100th of a second. And there we have the confirmation of the results of our final for our boys, 17 years and over, 100 metres backstroke. Our next final is for the girls, 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1, we've got Nicola Capstick from Ulverston. In lane 2, we've got Kazia Whittaker from Isle of Man. In lane 3, Emily Peck from Lancaster. In lane 4, Tilly Holt from Stockport Metro. In lane 5, Holly Rollinson from Swim Trafford. In lane 6, Caitlin Bergen from Stockport Metro. Lane 7, Emma Jones from City of Salford. And in lane 8, Jade Moore from Blackpool Aquatics. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Okay, on to the first final of the splash and dash races, the 50 butterfly. Lane 4, Tilly Holt, Stockport Metro. Maybe taking an early lead. But lane 2, Kazia Whittaker from the Isle of Man. And lane 5, Holly Rollinson. Who is going to touch first? It is Kazia Whittaker from the Isle of Man. Takes it in just sub 30 from Holly Rollinson, who also hits sub 30, as does Tilly Holt in third place, 29.73. Your times and result for that final are confirmed on the board. Our next event is event 219, the final of the girls' 16-year-old 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1, representing Satellite, Elizabeth Cornt. In lane 2, representing Wirral Metro, Tori Sopp. In lane 3, representing Southport, Ella Johnson. In lane 4, representing City of Salford, Emily Keys. In lane 5, representing Swim Trafford, Hannah Head. In lane 6, representing City of Liverpool, Emily Spencer. In lane 7, representing Southport, Emma Whittingham. And in lane 8, representing City of Manchester, Russia Mondal. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Lane 1, Elizabeth Cornt from Satellite is the first to rise. Coming down through the first 25. Not many people breathing at this point. Lane 7's looking very, very strong. Emma Whittingham from Southport. But over there in lane 3, Ella Johnson, also from Southport, looks as though she's coming in last 5 minutes. Hannah Head, yes, Hannah Head from Ella Johnson and Emily Keys. Just waiting for the result to be confirmed, and there it is. Confirm the result on the scoreboard. Our next final is for the girls. 17 years and over, 50 metres butterfly. In lane 1, we have Emily Barclay from Bolton Metro. In lane 2, Eleanor Bailey from Wigan Best. Lane 3, Charlotte Taylor from Satellite. Lane 4, Anna Newlands from Stockport Metro. Lane 5, Kira Standing from Stockport Metro. Lane 6, Neve Robinson from Pioneer 79. Lane 7, Katie Reynolds from Burnley Bobcats. And in lane 8, Rebecca Winship from City of Manchester. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
First to rise is Rebecca Winship, lane 8 for City of Manchester. Pretty even across the pool. Maybe lane 6, Neve Robinson, Pioneer 79. Just starting to edge it, but here comes Anna Newlands in lane 4 from Stockport Metro. It is Anna Newlands, maybe from Charlotte Taylor at Satellite. Very, very much on the touch this race. Who gets it? Anna Newlands, 28.83 from Stockport Metro, just edged out Charlotte Taylor from Satellite. And third place, Kira Standing, also from Stockport Metro. Results are now confirmed on the board, and that result stands. We move on to event 221, the 15-year-old boys. Can we just ask for these 50s, before the referee blows his whistle, could we have quiet? Be fair to all the swimmers competing. We can have quiet at the starts, please. In lane 1 for City of Salford, Scott Proven. Lane 2 for Blackburn, Jack Huddart. Lane 3 for Chorley Marlins, Jordan O'Hara. In lane 4 for Cockermouth, Adam Metcalf. Lane 5 for City of Liverpool, Owen O'Connor. Lane 6 for City of Salford, James Duncan. Lane 7 for Burnley Bobcats, Harvey Griffin. And in lane 8 for Pioneer 79, Ben Turland. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Coming out of the first 25, we've got Adam Metcalf, who's just stretching out this, not even a half a body lead. Coming into the last 5 metres, Adam Metcalf from Ewan, Owen, and Scott Proven taking third in 26.46. And then we have the result confirmed on the scoreboard. Our next final is for the boys, 16 years, 50 metres freestyle. Our finalists are Anthony Ward, Blackpool Aquatics, Thomas Manning, Blackpool Aquatics, Matthew George from City of Salford, Benjamin Martin from Pioneer 79, Jake Clapperson from Stockport Metro, Connor Joyce from Cockermouth, Ethan Ryland from City of Liverpool, and Harry Pilkington from Burnley Bobcats. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Very little to choose between these boys in the heats, so this is going to be very, very close. It'll be all on the touch, and who doesn't breathe in the last 10 metres or so. But it is Benjamin Martin from Pioneer 79 stretching it out in lane 4, maybe taking it away from Jake Clapperson. Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 79, coming into the last 5 metres. Jake Clapperson trying to catch, but it is Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 79, 24.65 in lane number 4. Result now is confirmed on the board for that event 222. We will move on to event 223, the boys 17-year-old 50 metres freestyle final. Are we okay to go? In lane 1, representing Southport, Jacob Lee. In lane 2, representing Burnley Bobcats, William Bevan. In lane 3, representing Satellite, Adam Frost. In lane 4, representing Bolton Metro, James Oxborough. In lane 5, representing Carnforth, Joshua Thompson. In lane 6, representing the Isle of Man, Alexander Bragazzi. In lane 7, representing Winsford, Callum Chappell. And in lane 8, representing the city of Salford, Daniel Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Very good start by Joshua Thompson and James Oxborough. Lanes 4 and 5. Nothing much between these two, but it looks as though James Oxborough has just got the arm's length between him and even Adam Frost coming through on Satellite, but it's James Oxborough that's going to touch first. Second, Joshua Thompson. Third, Adam Frost from Satellite, 24.84. And there we have the confirmation of the results of our boys, 17 years and over, 50 metres freestyle. Our next final is for the girls, 15 years, 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1, we have Alexandra Livingston from Carnforth. Lane 2, Lily McFarlane from Swim Trafford. Lane 3, Nicola Capstick from Ulverston. Lane 4, Caitlin Bergen from Stockport Metro. In lane 5, Emily Peck from Lancaster. In lane 6, Amy Banks from Carnforth. In lane 7, Emma Jones from City of Salford. And in lane 8, Charlotte Nestor from Wigan Best. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Okay, as we move into event 224, the girls, 15-year-old 100 metres backstroke. It is Caitlin Bergen from Stockport Metro having a good start and starting to take it away down this first length. But not much to choose between any of the girls in any of these finals. Lane 1, Alexandra Livingston from Carnforth has made a good start also. And as we come to the first turn, it is Caitlin Bergen, closely followed by Emily Peck from Lancaster. Lily McFarlane in lane 2 as well, also turning close. But it is Caitlin Bergen starting to stretch a couple of metre lead coming down this final 50. From Emily Peck in lane 5. But it is Caitlin Bergen from Emily Peck. Amy Banks starting to come through into third place. But Caitlin Bergen, as we come under the flags, has got a good 2 metre lead and is going to touch first in a time of 1:05.75. Emily Peck from Lancaster, 1:06.88, and Amy Banks did take third place, 1:08.25. And your times are now confirmed on the board, and that result stands. We move on to event 225, the girls' 16-year-old 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1, representing Bebington, Anna Duncan. In lane 2, representing City of Chesford, Holly Parkinson. In lane 3, representing Pioneer 79, Eleanor Collin. In lane 4, representing Stockport Metro, Emma Rawson. In lane 5, representing City of Liverpool, Matea J. Oliver. In lane 6, representing Winsford, Isabella Burton. In lane 7, representing Pioneer 79, Isabel Cockerham. And in lane 8, representing the City of Salford, Libby Saunders. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Going down this first 50, we've got Emma Rawson from Stockport Metro, who were just taking out a bit of a lead. But it's very, very even right the way across the pool. And we've got a second and a half. That's between everybody, all 8 swimmers. Emma Rawson's just starting to edge her way out, coming through this 75 metres. Matty J. Oliver is moving into second place from Eleanor Collin from Pioneer 79. Coming under the flags is going to be Emma Rawson, going to touch first in 1:06.47 from Matty J. Oliver, and Eleanor Collin from Pioneer 79 touching in third. And there we have the confirmation of the results for this girls' 16 years 100 metres backstroke final. And we come to our last final. Is the final. Sorry, we... Our finalists for the girls 17 years and over, 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1, Hannah Platt from Liverpool Penguins. Lane 2, Jodie Alder from City of Salford. Lane 3, Hannah Kelsall from City of Liverpool. Lane 4, Alex Nagg from Ulverston. Lane 5, Hannah Jones from Stockport Metro. Lane 6, Kira Standing from Stockport Metro. Lane 7, Amy Richardson from Ulverston. And in lane 8, Zara McKnight from Carlisle. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Because there's loads of kids do 26. When you get to the 25s, it starts to, you know, it's brilliant. Great day. It's a good event to do it as well. I think so. Well, I like the pool. I like Owen. This is Owen's favourite pool. He never swims well at Liverpool, but always swims. No, Owen never swims well at Liverpool. Isn't it funny? This is Owen's best pool, actually, for a lot of them. He likes this one, you know. Can't get him in the rankings. Yeah, to be honest, Brian, it won't get him at the top of them. He'll be at he'll be about 20, you know, maybe 18th, you know, because some of them in his age group are like 24.
Okay, in the final heat of the girls' 100 metres backstroke. Alex Nag and Hannah Jones taking it out for Ulverston and Stockport Metro respectively, but not a lot to choose between any of the girls down the first 50. Who's going to turn first at the bottom wall? It is Alex Nag from Ulverston, 32.81, just sharing it from Hannah Jones from Stockport Metro. And in third place, Jodie Alder from City of Salford. But lane 5, Hannah Jones from Stockport Metro is really putting some afterburners on and pulling out a 1 metre lead probably over Alex Nag. As we come down into the final 15 metres, it is Hannah Jones from Stockport Metro, from Alex Nag from Ulverston. As we come into the final 3 metres, Hannah Jones touches out. First place, 106.03. Alex Nag, second place, 107.21. And in third place, Hannah Kelsall, City of Liverpool, 107.92. And the results and times are now confirmed on the board for event 226. We'll move down to the other end of the pool for event 227. The boys' 15-year-old 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, representing the City of Liverpool, James Pettiner. In lane 2, representing the City of Liverpool, Cameron Jacoby. In lane 3, representing Preston, Rio Quarry. In lane 4, representing the City of Salford, James Duncan. In lane 5, representing Southport, Tommy Jones. In lane 6, representing Winsford, William Murray. And in lane 7, representing Blackburn, Jack Huddart. And in lane 8, representing Burnley Bobcats, Elliot Norman. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Just a reminder that results are available on our ASA swimnorthwest.org website. Coming into the last 5 minutes, it looks as though James Duncan's going to touch first from Tommy Jones and Rio Quarry. James Duncan touching in 33.06. And there we have just waiting for confirmation of the results. And there we go. Nope. And our next final is the boys 16 years, 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Said Adam from Stockport Metro. In lane 2, Benjamin Martin, Pioneer 79. In lane 3, Jake Dane from Wirral Metro. In lane 4, Jack O'Brien from Swim Trafford. In lane 5, Connor Joyce from Cockermouth. In lane 6, Daniel New from Stockport Metro. In lane 7, Matthew Pomford from City of Liverpool. And lane 8, Alistair Stout from Swim Trafford. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Last to come up there, lane 7, Matthew Pomfret from the City of Liverpool. But it is Jack O'Brien and Connor Joyce in lanes 4 and 5, pulling it out. Jack O'Brien in lane 4, probably just starting to shade it now. But a strong race on for second place. Who is going to touch first? It is Jack O'Brien, Swim Trafford, 31.45. Connor Joyce, second place, 31.79. And in third place, lane 6, Daniel New, Stockport Metro, 31.97. And the result is there, confirmed on the board. And we will move on to event 229, the boys' 17-year-old 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, representing Pioneer 79, Joseph Murray. Lane 2, representing Satellite, Adam Frost. In lane 3, representing Carnforth, Joshua Thompson. In lane 4, representing Satellite, Benjamin Arkle. In lane 5, representing Warrington Warriors, Hugh Takamoto. In lane 6, representing Stockport Metro, Samuel Goldrick. And in lane 7, representing the Isle of Man, Guy Davies. And in lane 8, representing Winsford, Oliver Rose. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
And here we go in the down the first 25, Joshua Thompson and Benjamin Arkle. And a good fight for this first place. Coming into the last 5 metres, it looks as though it's going to be Benjamin Arkle from that's going to take it, and he does in 30.40 from Joshua Thompson, 30.49, and Hugh Takamoto from Warrington Warriors in 30.83. And now we have confirmation of the results for our final for the 17 years and over 50 metres breaststroke. Our next final is for the girls, 15 years, 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Rachel Thompson from Southport. In lane 2, Ellie Ward from Pioneer 79. Lane 3, Holly Rollinson from Swim Trafford. Lane 4, Amy Flanagan from Everton. Lane 5, Emily Lawrence from Preston. Lane 6, Chelsea Crabtree from City of Salford. Lane 7, Hannah Edwards from Carnforth. And in lane 8, Charlotte Nestor from Wigan Best. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
First up is Amy Flanagan from Everton. Nothing to choose as we come to the 25 metre mark, 25 metres to go. And it looks like lane 3, Holly Rollinson, and lane 4, Amy Flanagan in a tussle. But it is Holly Rollinson, Swim Trafford, starting to pull away ever so slightly. Lane 5, Emily Lawrence from Preston, and on the touch, it is Holly Rollinson from Swim Trafford, taking it from Emily Lawrence from Preston, and in third place, Amy Flanagan from Everton. The results and times are now confirmed on the board. And we will move on to event 231, the girls' 16-year-old 50 metres breaststroke final. In lane 1, representing Satellite, Mary Nelson. In lane 2, representing the City of Manchester, Rusha Mondal. In lane 3, also representing the City of Manchester, Katie Cherry. In lane 4, representing the City of Liverpool, Emily Spencer. In lane 5, representing Pioneer 79, Eleanor Collin. In lane 6, representing the City of Liverpool, Charlotte Stackpool. In lane 7, representing Winsford, Georgia Farr. And in lane 8, also representing Pioneer 79, Ellie Perris. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
okay through the first 25. We've got Emily Spencer, who's just got half a body lead over Katie Sherry. Now starting to stretch it out, coming into the last 5 meters. It looks like Emily Spencer is going to take it from Charlotte Stackpool. And in third, Eleanor Collin from Pioneer 79. And there we have the result confirmed on the scoreboard. Our next final is for the girls 17 years and over, 50 meters breaststroke. Our finalists are in lane 1, Amber Alford from Everton. Lane 2, Katie Roadhouse from Stockport Metro. Lane 3, Laura Kinley from Isle of Man. Lane 4, Katie Matz from Stockport Metro. Lane 5, Neve Robinson from Pioneer 79. Lane 6, Katie McCarthy, City of Liverpool. Lane 7, City of Salford, sorry. In lane 7, Anna Doherty, Bolton Metro. And in lane 8, Shannon Campbell from Warrington Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, last final of the morning. Lane 7, Anna Doherty taking a strong choice down the first 25. But it is Katie Matz and Neve Robinson coming through in lanes 4 and 5 respectively. Katie Matz stretching out, maybe having a metre lead, and in lane 3, Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man. Katie Matz from Neve Robinson and Laura Kinley, who's going to get second place. Katie Matz takes first. Laura Kinley from the Isle of Man takes second, and Neve Robinson Pioneer takes third. The results and places are now confirmed on the board. And that brings to a conclusion this morning's events. I think that was the final. I think a round of applause for everybody.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your support for this event. Please join us in thanking technical officials for their services during this session and invite them to leave the pool deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ladies down in the swim shop have just asked us to let you know that they're going to pack up around 2 o'clock. So if there's any last minute purchases you want to make, swim shop, next 35 minutes or so.
Okay, and that now brings, as our officials leave the poolside, thank you very, very much for everybody on our World Wide Web for watching us this morning. We shall be back around about 2 o'clock as the warm-up session starts around about then. Streaming goes live around about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we'd love to see you then and see you for the pre-show. Thank you very much.